But how all of these overnight cues impact our own markets? We have our research team joining in with the trade setup, the stocks that are likely to be in the news, and some important F&O cues going into today's session. First up, Vivek, who will get us all the market cues that we need to watch out for today. Good morning, Vivek. It's a flat handover yet again from Wall Street. What are you picking up this morning?
Good morning. You're absolutely right. Absolutely flat handover as far as Wall Street is concerned. All eyes will be on the CPI data that is expected to come out today, post-market hours for us. This is the US CPI data that we're talking about. Oil prices, yesterday again softened, and this actually came in for the second consecutive session. So now WTI lower by almost 1.4% yesterday, closing in at close to the $85.2 a barrel mark, and the Brent too fell over 1% at $89.4 a barrel mark. But all of the action stayed in the Indian markets. Indian markets yesterday hit yet another record high. But what happened yesterday was that you did see quite a bit of profit booking emerge at the higher levels. So today will be interesting to see, while the GIFT Nifty is indicating a gap up start, whether these gains can actually be sustained. Now after that, we've been highlighting continuously how the mid-cap and the broader end of the markets have been gaining consecutively for 10, 11, 12 sessions. Yesterday, the mid-cap index saw profit booking after 11 straight sessions of gains. Now, along with that, the other trend that we witnessed in the market was that the Nifty Bank Index was the relative outperformer when you're comparing it to the rest of the index. ICICI Bank held quite firm, and that helped the Nifty Bank close in the green. Metals, the rally over there continued, especially in some of the precious metal stocks. When you're talking about names like Hindalco, names like Hind Copper, these were the stocks that did very well in yesterday's trading session. Advanced decline ratio for the overall market was at 2:3 in favor of the declines. Now today, Asian markets, giving very mixed cues. GIFT Nifty indicating a gap up start, so maybe a start in record open, but we'll have to see whether that particular rally sustains.
That's the bigger question, right? We'll see if this rally, the higher levels, sustain for the Nifty. But now over to Sudarshan, who would list out the stocks that we need to watch out for in today's session. Morning, Sudarshan. What's on your list today?
Morning, Homa. So I'll start with Paytm. FPIs have increased stake by 2%. Q41 domestic mutual funds have raised the stake by more than 1%. Axis Bank newsbreak is confirmed. Bain Capital is sold 3.34 crore shares at the lower band of the offer in, that was 1,071 per share. Lupin has launched first genic version of Oracea or doxycycline capsules in the US, and it's used for treatment of inflammatory lesions of rosacea, that is skin condition. Shivalik Rasayan will be in focus. US FDA has issued 7 observations for the Dahej-based API facility. Paisalo Digital has given business update. Disbursements were up 38% year-on-year and 121% sequentially. AUM was up 38% year-on-year and 9% sequentially. Keep an eye on gold financials. Manappuram and Muthoot Finance. Gold holds record high ahead of US inflation data. International gold prices have risen to 2,370 per ounce. And lastly, keep an eye on oil marketing companies and ONGC. Crude has slipped for second straight day. Brent is back below $90 per barrel.
All right, plenty of stocks to watch out for. Thanks a lot, Sudarshan, for joining in. And lastly, Mangalam is joining in now with cues from the F&O space. Morning, Mangalam. 22,700. 2 attempts, failed both of them. But what's the trend looking like this morning?
The trend is good, no problems about that. But in the middle of that, there are signs of overheating, and thereafter we see profit booking, just the way we saw yesterday as well. The Nifty ended mildly in the red after hitting a record high. The Nifty Bank outperformed. The Nifty Mid-Cap Index as well saw profit taking. There were 2 reasons why the profit taking happened mainly. One, because there was the Fin Nifty options expiry. So there were some resistances at higher levels. And at the same time, we had the put call ratio of the Nifty intraday moved to levels closer to 1.4. At one point was close to around 1.39 itself. So maybe as a result of which the market saw sense in cooling down. The key trigger for today will be both the Nifty as well as the Nifty Bank weekly options expiry. And that's because tomorrow is a holiday for us. So both those expiries will play out in the second half of trade today. Ahead of that, the FI has bought nearly 2,500 crores in cash market, rather in the index futures market. And that's a big positive. Why is that? Because not only did they add 20,000 longs and cover 7,300 shorts, for the first time this series, they've actually turned net long, and for the first time in many sessions. So if you just take a look at the FII long exposure, compare that to the contracts as well. 3 days ago it was 43%, and now it's longs have moved to 51%, with net contracts going to plus 4,000 as against minus 35,000 just 3 sessions ago. But ahead of expiry, we have the 22,800 call, which is extremely active, as is the 22,750 call. Both of them, 22,800 would have been some punt buying. 22,750, if the market crosses that 22,795, maybe we could see the markets move higher. At the lower level, 22,620 is an important support. And that compares with yesterday's range itself. 22,768 on the way up for the Nifty and 22,612. For the Nifty Bank, 49,000 seems like a bit of a resistance. I'm just watching out for a lot of stocks. Yesterday, we had pointed out the possibility of Exide and Hind Copper going into F&O ban, and that's exactly what's happened. And also we have Vodafone Idea and India Cement in F&O ban. So those are a bunch of stocks which will be on our radar.
Important levels and important stocks. Thanks a lot, Mangalam, for joining in with all the F&O updates.